welcome back to another vlog. Welcome to my old Gayle's Chronicles fam squad, and welcome to my new Gayle's Chronicles fam squad. And if it's your first time joining us on this platform, you can become more acquainted with us by watching previous vlogs. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend to tell a friend. This afternoon we are in the kitchen and I am going to be making red pea soup with chicken. And my chicken is seasoned and my peas is already cooked. You know, normally when I do peas, I cook like a whole batch of peas and then I put it in the fridge in different containers, so that the moment I need it, I have it readily to use. Also, I always prep, so I have like frozen pumpkin and sweet potato and Irish potato, you know the mix. So, I'm going to show you what's going into this chicken and pea soup. Back home in Jamaica with a red pea soup. So let's go. And so the ingredients. This is my seasoned chicken I have here. And this is my red peas, sweet potato, pumpkin, Irish, my coconut milk, my pumpkin beef soup mix, and that's oat grapes. Then I have here some cocoa and carrots and okra and seasoning. I don't have no scallion. Guys, normally I would have scallion. My scallion is finished. Weather is not nice, so I'm inside. I am cooking with what I have. I have some sweet corn. And I already made my dough. That's gonna make my spinners to go inside the soup. I have the pot on the fire and I am going to be adding a little bit of oil to this pot as soon as it's dry, so I can like let the chicken steam down a bit before I add like water to it to start the soup going. Let's add this is avocado oil. I'm gonna add a bit in here, not too much. Because what I want is for the chicken to be partially cooked, and I add the hot water, put the frozen red peas in there that's already cooked so that everything will cook together. And guys, this is seasoned chicken. Always season your chicken before you put it in to make soup. It gives the soup a depth of flavor. At present, I have the stove burner on low. Yeah, because I just want to ensure that these get partially cooked before I add anything. And guys, the seasonings that I used on the chicken are my own blended seasonings. Yeah, so, and these are all natural seasoning, right? That's what I used on the chicken. Guys, I wish you could smell in here. The chicken smells so good. You could just cook this down or add like a little ketchup or tomato paste to it and cook it down, and you'd be good to go with some rice. But this is going to make soup. Okay, so here we have the boiling water, and this is now ready to be added to this. And I'm going to add the frozen red peas to it. It's going to cool it down a bit, but I'm going to give it some time to cook. And then we can look back on it. I'm adding more boiling water. So I think this will be all I need for the soup, and that is what? Approximately 2 liters of boiled water in all. So everything is just boiling nicely. I'm going to add the coconut milk to it. I'm just mixing it out because guys, you want all your flavors to be cooked into the chicken, into the peas, into every piece of food. You want the flavors. So I'm adding this, and I'm going to let that cook for a while. That's the coconut milk. Maybe like 5 minutes, and then I'll add the other stuff to it. There we go. Now I'm going to add the pumpkin beef soup mix. A lot of Jamaicans normally wait until the last thing to put this in, but I'm putting this in. I'm seasoning my pot, and then everybody else can be added. I have my scallion, my pepper, and my garlic. I am also going to be adding, what I add. This is some parsley. This is dried parsley. And this is basil. As well as some oregano. You don't want to have bland soup. You want your soup very flavorful. If you don't use a lot of powdered seasonings, like me, I don't use a lot of powdered seasonings, so. And this is where you can add additional salt if you so desire. So I'm just gonna add a few shakes of salt in, and that's it. And I'm going to put the frozen pumpkin in. Yeah, that's where we are at. Now I'm adding in the frozen sweet potatoes. And I have some frozen Irish and a few pieces of frozen cocoa. I have regular fresh cut cocoa as well as carrot going into the soup. Like within the next 10 minutes, I will check on the soup and do the others. I mean within the next 5 to 10 minutes, yeah, I will add like the spinners and the corn and the okra. Everybody's cooking nicely. Let's get some spinners in the pot. I'm not talking the little skinny ones. I'm like talking the ones with a little bit more meat, like this. Yeah. It's just that you just pinch off a little bit of the flour and you form them. So like this, and then you just put it in the palm of your hands and you roll it. So that's what Jamaicans call spinners. I'm going to continue making them and drop them in the pot. All right, this is the last of the dough, and the dough is just salt, flour, and water. So that's basically the dough for the spinners, and that is it. Let's give this a stir and then cover. Guys, you see how sumptuous the dinner look already? Yep. So now I'm going to add the sweet corn and the okra. They're going to take maybe like 5 minutes. And the okra is going to give the soup like body. Guys, you see that? This is how my pea soup is made. And I am going to be tasting it to see if I need to add any salt or anything like that to it. Let me get my little spoon. Okay, so here I am getting my little spoon to taste. Yeah, definitely taste everything. Every single thing. One of the reasons when I cook soup, I make everything like small, cut up everything small, because I believe I must be able to put my soup in a cup. If I'm on the go, I've been doing that for years. I can just put it into like a nice cup, like, let me show you, like this, where it will stay warm all day and I can have my soup to drink. So just a word to those individuals who love to carry lunch to work. Yes, so cutting up your foods, your vegetables small and stuff like that to put in your soup. Yeah. Okay guys, we are on the stretch. And everybody is fully cooked. You can see that. All the food and the meat. Yeah. Quite a bit of chicken is in this soup. Yeah. And this is what is for dinner. I'll be sharing myself a plate or a bowl and letting it cool, and then we will have tasting together. Dinner is served. Let's eat. Let's get ready to eat. It is still a bit hot. I'm gonna let you guys taste it first. So, not just soup alone, but like soup with meat. So, here is yours. You see how that look nice? Creamy and nice. Tastes nice too. Yeah, Jamaican thing. You blow on your soup before you drink it. That tastes so good. So I'm going to have a piece of the cocoa. Guys, you can see the steam coming off it. So soft. So this is the only way I really eat cocoa in soup. That tastes so good. And here we have spinners. I'm gonna cut it. I know some of you want this, so go ahead and make this for dinner. Dumpling tastes so good. Tastes so good. So good. Now I'm going to finish up my dinner. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Now this is my version of the Jamaican Red Peas Soup. So go ahead and make your version and spice it up however you like. Love you much. Bye-bye.